Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, and today we are going to talk through all of the books that I recently picked up at the library. Okay, some of these you may have seen in a library haul that I posted a few months ago. That is because I've been garbage about reading just in general this year, but especially about reading my library books. So we're going to change that, and I have decided to issue myself a summer reading challenge on top of everything else that I have going on in my life currently, of which you guys will learn more about soon. But I have been so busy. I just haven't had the mental energy or time to read really anything. But that changes now. That changes today. Basically, I have decided that I'm going to, again, yeah, like I said, issue myself a reading challenge for the summer of 25 books between now, beginning of June, and the end of August. Will we stick to that? I'm not sure, but we're gonna try, and it's gonna be fun. Regardless, let's get into what you guys really came for, which is the book haul. This one is one that I'm very excited about. This is The Way We Work by David McCullough. I think this one just looked so interesting. I love a good nonfiction book. You guys know this. And for whatever reason, the art style of this just really intrigued me. Basically, it just shows how different parts of your body work and function. And I just find that incredibly fascinating. So yeah, I love those books where it's like learning how something operates, works, runs, all of that. I find it fascinating. Then another big one that I picked up from the nonfiction section, this is Be Your Own Shaman, a field guide to utilize 101 of the world's most healing plants by Jane Barlow Christensen. I, again, find this fascinating. I've definitely leaned into my green thumb, as you guys know lately, so I found this at the library and thought it looked so interesting and thought it would be really fun. I think I'm a little late in the year this year to really lean into my gardening vibe. Nevertheless, I'm still going to try. So there's certain things in here that I just think will be really interesting to just learn about. I just feel like the holistic side of life is something I haven't tapped into as much as I would like to. And I know that there is opportunity to be had there. So I will let you guys know how this one goes. All right, let's talk about what I mostly tend to pick up from the library. I tend to reach for, and this is kind of a universal one, unless it's a book that I'm really intrigued by, I tend to be like purchase those right out the gate. If it's a fantasy or like fiction book that I'm really interested in, I'll just purchase those brand new, which isn't the best thing, because again, of course, those are the ones that sit on my shelves forever. And then the library or like used bookstore places, I tend to go for like my nonfiction, graphic novels, and just kind of one-off random novellas that I find really interesting. So that's what the bulk of this haul is going to be. Like this, which is Beauty in the Backyard, 300 tips and hints and garden greats to create your outdoor space that you can appreciate year round. So as a fun update, which we'll get more into soon, I'm actually moving in 2 months to my forever home, and I'm very excited about it. More to come on this, but it has an incredible backyard space, and I really want to turn it into an oasis. It's already beautiful. There's a ton of landscaping that's already been done, but I just want to make it that much better. So if it's something you guys are interested in, let me know. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, we won't be showing probably the whole house just for safety reasons, but there's certainly definitely little pockets of the house you guys will see over the years as we film there and enjoy the space, and I'm so excited to take you guys along. So that's a big update for sure. But yeah, that's why I've been leaning into the gardening, the green, all things like that. So yeah, very excited about it. Okay, now let's run through a couple of novellas that I picked up. The first is the next two books in the, what is this series called? Empress of Salt and Fortune? No, Singing Hill Cycle. So we have The Mammoth at the Gates and The Brides of High Hill, both by Nevo. I've read through a few of these, I think last year, and really enjoyed them. They're just really quick, kind of poetic like metaphor type stories that I just really enjoy. And so yeah, picked both of these up, thought I would enjoy reading them and catching up with the series before the next one comes out. Then I picked up Comeuppance Served Cold by Marion Deeds. This is essentially about, let me see, a city leader intent on criminalizing Seattle's most vulnerable magickers hires a young woman as a lady's companion to curb his rebellious daughter's outrageous behavior. Seems good, seems short, seems exciting. I'm about it. Next, for a couple of graphic novels like I talked about, there's a lot of them in here. I picked up Please Be My Star by Victoria Grace Elliott and Piper by Jay Asher and Jessica Freeberg. I really pick up graphic novels based purely on vibes. So with these ones, it really comes down to the art style for me. I love webtoons comics. Those are always a pickup for me, depending on the art style. I love full color. I love kind of more of like an, I don't know how to say it other than like an animated look is kind of where I go for. It's just a certain type of art style I really tend to lean into. And then to be honest, I don't really pick up anything to like read the synopsis. So yeah, this one looks really good. I'm very excited about it. I love a graphic novel. You guys know this, to kind of fill in during a reading slump. This one I think is going to be really good. Okay, then this one I think is basically about a girl who has a crush on a guy named Christian, who's the cutest boy in her theater class. There you go. That's all we want to know. That's all we're going to go into it with. I love it. I'm obsessed. And I think it'll be super cute. The art style, again, very into. Okay, next, let me pull up my giant bag of stuff. Let's see what we have in here. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So here's a couple nonfiction that we can look at talking about. The first one I picked up is Vanishing Creatures, a bestiary of extraordinary endangered creatures by Catherine Rundall. Love anything about animals. That will always be an immediate pickup for me. If it sounds interesting, is short, pretty straightforward to read, I'm all about it. Endangered animals especially, I get very excited about. So stoked about that. Then we picked up Plain Possum, How Animals Understand Death by Susanna Monso. Looks cute, pretty straightforward. I think this, yeah, just looks into the stories of ants that attend their own funerals, chimpanzees who clean the teeth of their dead, dogs who snack on their caregivers, crows who avoid the places they saw a carcass, and elephants who obsess with collecting ivory, and whales who carry their dead for weeks. Interesting. Very excited, very intrigued. Think it'll be good. Then another one, and I think you guys have seen this from a few of my videos, I'm obsessed with anything Titanic related. If it's a story, if it's a novella, if it's a novel, if it's a nonfiction, I want to know and watch it and read it and see it, and I'm obsessed. Unsinkable Obsession with the Deep Sea and the Shipwreck of the Titanic by Daniel Stone. Pretty straightforward. I'm intrigued, I'm excited, and I'm ready for it. Next, we have 3 bags, guys. We're not messing around today. Look at this. There's another one after this. When I tell you I blacked out at the library recently, I blacked out. I did. I have no other explanation for it than that. Okay, let's get these out of here and then we'll talk about them. Hold, please. Okay. Let's talk about another graphic novel that I picked up. This is Dream Over by Danny Diaz. Pretty straightforward. This was in the YA section. Again, I just love a YA graphic novel. They just tend to speak to me, and when they have this kind of look and feel to them, I'm intrigued. I'm pulled in. I think this is about 2 friends that like tell each other they like each other, and then something happens within a dream of theirs. I think it's going to be good. I'm excited. Next, we'll talk about Hoofbeats, How Horses Shaped Human History. Pretty straightforward. I love anything about horses. I used to ride back in the day. It's been a minute. This is by William T. Taylor. And yeah, I think it's literally just going to be about how horses changed our culture, which is always super interesting to me. Very intrigued. Next, let's talk about a hefty book. This is The Deep Dark by Molly Knox Ostertag. This is the author of The Girl from the Sea, which I have read before, and I'm trying to remember if I liked it or not. I think I enjoyed it, but this one is thick. This is a graphic novel. I don't even actually know what this one follows. Magdalena is about to graduate from high school. She feels like an adult with serious responsibilities, caring for her ailing grandmother, working her part-time job, and clandestine makeout sessions with a girl who has a boyfriend. Then there's her secret, which pulls her into the basement at night, drains her of her energy, and leaves her bleeding. A secret that could hurt and even kill if it got out like it did once before. Bum, bum, bum. Interesting. I'm intrigued. I'm telling you, I pick stuff up purely on vibes, and I don't know even what they're about, and then we just find out what they're about together. This is Big Meg, so switching back to nonfiction, this is the story of the largest and most mysterious predator that ever lived. So my boyfriend and I are scuba certified, and we actually went out recently and picked up or went scuba diving in Florida, where he found a gigantic megalodon tooth, and I've always been really interested with dinosaurs, fossils, different things like that. I think it's so interesting, so had to pick this one up. And it looks pretty straightforward, pretty short, pretty easy to read, so I'm excited. Okay. Now let's talk about two very random books that I really don't have any explanation for, other than I just kind of want to see what they're about because I think they sound hilarious. The first one is Birds Aren't Real. The true story of mass avian murder and the largest surveillance campaign in U.S. history. I have no words because I just think this is going to be a wild time. And I think that the people that wrote this book, if it's actually factual, are so convinced that they are correct that I'm going to be convinced that they are correct by the time I finish this book. And that kind of terrifies me. So I don't know. I'm very intrigued to see how this goes. I think it's hilarious, to be honest. And I'm interested to see what happens next. That's all I know. Okay, last very heavy bag. Let's get into it. Let's finish this out strong. I don't even remember what's in here. Let's find out together. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So these were kind of random one-offs. Again, I love a novella when I go to the library, stuff that just picks my interest. This is Navigational Entanglements. This is essentially about what was the jockeying navigator clans guide spaceships through the hollows, an area of space populated by the mysterious but deadly creatures known as tanglers. When a tangler escapes the hollows for the first time in living memory, each clan must send a representative to help capture it, but the mission may be doomed and the hearts of two clan juniors may be in danger too. Dun dun dun. Interesting. I loved the art on the cover. I love a novella, and it just intrigued me. So we will find out what that's like together. Next, I picked up Olivia Waite's Murder by Memory, which look at the cover of this. It just intrigued me immediately. And this one is about Fair Weather, Her Majesty's most luxurious interstellar passenger liner, room and board are included, new bodies are graciously provided upon request, and should you desire a rest between lifetimes, your mind shall remain most carefully preserved in glass in the library, shielded from every danger. Wild. I hope and wish, and I have a feeling I'm going to want this to be like 200 pages longer, but I'm very intrigued by that. Next, we picked up The Museum of Human History by Rebecca Bergman. This, from what I remember reading, because I did read the back of this one, after nearly drowning, 8-year-old Maeve Wilhelm falls into a strange comatose state. As the years pass, it becomes clear that she's not physically aging. A wide cast of characters find themselves pulled towards Maeve, each believing that her mysterious sleep holds the answers to life's most pressing questions. I'm intrigued. I think it'll be interesting, and I'm excited for it. Okay, we're almost done. I pinky promise. Okay, let's talk about one that probably was in my last haul from the library, and I'm back at it again. This is a history of Japan and manga. We went to Japan last year, loved it, and for whatever reason, this one just intrigues me. I want to know more. I like the manga style of it. It seems very interesting, and I just need to read it. There's no excuse. I've been on such a bad reading slump, and I need to just be better about it. Okay. This is The Keeper of Lonely Spirits by E.M. Anderson. This kind of gives me the vibe of, what is it called? Oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? This one gives me the vibe of a TJ Klune story, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I think Under the Whispering, or Through the Whispering Door? Something about the whispering. It basically follows Over the last 200 years, Peter is ready to die and end the cycle. If you find an angry spirit, send it on its way before it causes trouble. Leave before anyone learns his name. A mesmerizing, wonderful, moving, queer, cozy fantasy, an immortal ghost hunter must confront his tragic past in order to embrace his found family. Gives very TJ Klune vibes. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. We'll find out what it's about together, hopefully, before I have to return it. Okay, then I picked up this one. Among Serpents, which is book 2 in Above the Black series by Mark J. Gregson. This is a book I read last year, or the first book in the series I read last year, and I didn't love it purely for the repetition of one word that I probably could open to. And oh my gosh, was it bird shit? Something shit. Sorry for the language, but there was a book or a word in this first book in the series that was repeated so aggressively that I couldn't handle it. And so I told myself I wasn't going to continue in the series. And then I saw this at the library and was like, maybe. So I picked it up. We'll see if I get to it. We'll see. I clearly have other things to read as well too. So it's on the list. Okay, last 4 and then we're done. I promise. Okay. These are all, I think graphic novels. No, not graphic novels. Okay, some of them are. This is Pearl by Cheryl Smith. This just looked beautiful and exciting, and I think basically follows Pearl Harbor. So I think it's essentially not based on a true story, but about the events of Pearl Harbor, which I think will be very interesting to read about. Then we have The Flip Side by Jason Waltz. This is basically about Theo's whole world has flipped upside down quite literally since the death of his best friend. In this flip side, Theo is devastatingly alone except for a shape-shifting presence that threatens and taunts him with the worst things he himself has been thinking. Whew, okay, that one seems like it's gonna be a little heavy. Note to self when I read this. But yeah, I think I'll be intrigued to see how they play into the grief aspect of this with the visual of the world being flipped. Interesting. I didn't realize that was what it was about, but I'm intrigued. Okay, next we have Ash's Cabin by Jen Wang. This one is an author I've read from before. Oh my gosh, I just realized who she's. Oh, I'm so much more excited about this than I was before. Okay, this is by the author of The Prince and the Dressmaker, who is one of my favorite graphic novels of all time. Obsessed, period, point blank. This is basically about a story of self-discovery, surviving in the wild, and the choice to live when it feels like you have no place in the world. Interesting. Oh, I'm very intrigued by this, and I'm very excited about it. I love this so much. I'm excited for this. Love Jen Young. Okay, and the last one that I picked up kind of randomly, but I'm excited about it. This is The Bone Picker by Devin Mitsua. That's probably not at all how you pronounce this, but this essentially follows, let's see, the stories of Shakata. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. It's essentially a spine-tingling collection of native fiction featuring a large pantheon of deities. These entities created the first people, taught them how to hunt, and warned them of impending danger. Their stories are not meant simply to entertain. Each entity has a purpose in its behavior and a lesson to share to those who take heed. Interesting. Very intrigued about this one, very excited about this one, and I think it's going to be very good. I'm excited. Okay. So that is all of the books I picked up recently from the library. I clearly have far too many books on my shelves. I know I'm probably not going to get to all of these, but let me know down in the comments below which ones you are the most excited for me to get to, because I would love to know. And yeah, I'm excited. I just need to get back on my reading game. I have a feeling it's coming very slowly but surely. It's going to happen. So I'm excited about it. If there's books you guys want me to get to that I've talked about and I haven't gotten to yet, let me know. And if you want to know what I'm reading each month, check out my wrap-ups. They are on my YouTube channel, so check it out. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to see more of my face, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.